What up, everyone? It is RJ with Freedom Prints. I hope you guys are having a great day, great evening, whatever it is when you're watching this. However, I want to tell you something. I am still fairly new to this vinyl game, learning a whole lot. And I started getting into HTV, and I made a short video on that the other day. But I wanted to tell you about the price of this HTV. HTV is heat transfer vinyl, stuff that you can make hats with. So this is heat transfer vinyl. And shirts with, stuff like that. So I went to a store the other day. I won't name the store. And I purchased heat transfer vinyl. Now this is 3 feet. That's it. 3 feet. 20 bucks. Now, this is going to make me probably 3 shirts, 4 at the most. That's not a lot. So I was like, man, this is not cost effective at all to make shirts. So then I went online and I started searching for other HTV. So that is 3 foot, 1 yard, for 20 bucks. Went on Amazon, I'll mention Amazon, went on Amazon and got 5 yards of the exact same stuff for 30 bucks. This is going to make me a lot of shirts. Actually, it's going to come down to about $2 to $2.50 a shirt for this. So with that and the cost of my shirts, let's say 3 bucks, I'm about $5 to $5.50, maybe $6 in for each shirt that I make with this HTV vinyl. That is about the same price for that right there, my DTF printer cost as well. So buying in bulk is much better. Now, this is HTV. This is the type vinyl I'm used to buying. This is a huge roll, and this is stuff that I use for signs and stuff like that, mostly signs. And these are the rolls that you'll normally get for that huge printer over there. It's not really a printer, vinyl cutter, plotter, printer, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, this is what I normally get, so I can print some major signs and all that good stuff. So I got lots of colors of that. So and this was, guys, I really don't remember how much this was, but it was not much for as big a roll as this is as it was for these. So HTV is much more expensive, but if you're going to buy HTV heat transfer vinyl, I looked all over the place, and Amazon definitely has the best prices from where I've looked, and you can get other types of heat transfer vinyl. Sizer, I researched it. I tried some other ones out. I'm going to tell you, go with Sizer. It's just better. The other stuff, it's cheaper, and there's a reason it's cheaper, because it doesn't work as good. So I'm going to go ahead and start making some shirts and some hats, and we'll be back with you in just a second. All right, so we are getting ready to cut the print that I want to print on these t-shirts. So this is for a guy who called me up or texted me, emailed me, whatever. They did something to contact me. And wanted some groomsmen shirts for like bachelor parties and stuff like that. So I said, sure. And I could do this on DTF, but I just couldn't make the print as big as I wanted. So that's why I went to the HTV. It's a single color, and it's an easy print. So we're going to go ahead and cut it on this. I'm going to make about 8, 9 shirts along with some hats, and all I'm going to use is HTV vinyl, and we're going to see how they turn out. But look, this printer's really big, and we're just using about 1 foot of it down here. So I'm going to try to zoom in on that aspect of it right here so you can see it cut. Okay, so we're back. So the next process is weeding this. And heat transfer vinyl, when you're doing it for t-shirts and hats or whatever you're using it for, it is a little more time consuming and it is a little tedious. So it's not one of my favorites, but it works really well. The vinyl stands up in the wash is really good. So it is something that I do for smaller orders. It's not something I would do for large orders. But we're going to go ahead and weed this, and I'll show you how we weed it, and then we're going to put it on the shirt. So let's see how this goes. Weeding is by far the part I like the least. And it's the part that I can mess up very easily as well. So I'll probably fast forward through a lot of this because it can get boring. But, and I do suggest that this vinyl that we're using is Sizer Easy Weed. And I said Sizer earlier, but I didn't say Easy Weed. This makes it a whole lot easier to weed than just regular HTV. So I would definitely get the Easy Weed vinyl. And the way I have this set up for my cutter, I have it cut in boxes, so it is easier to weed as well. And you can set that up. Now I'm going to tell you, I had to watch a lot of videos just to learn the software. And there's so many different softwares depending on what type vinyl cutter you're using. And I watched a lot. And honestly, I even called US Cutter up, the ones that I bought the vinyl cutter from, and had them help me out with some stuff as well. Because, you know, it can get a little complicated. But I suggest, look, you're going to mess stuff up, and just know that. Don't get frustrated. Just know, hey, you're going to mess some stuff up, and then you're going to get better with it the more you do it, just like anything else. But as you can see, a lot of these pieces rip off like that. It's because it's called an auto weave and an easy, they cut a lot of it for me to where the vinyl doesn't get caught up in a lot of places like it is right there. But with this Easy Weed Sizer, it does make it so much easier. And then you kind of come in here, and with my eyesight, I know there's right in there, we're going to get that D out. And then there's an A. Get that out. And see, you got to be careful, because if you don't know exactly where it's at, you can screw it up like I did a little bit there. But I covered that up so you won't be able to tell when it's printed. Let's get that little piece off. And that happens when you're doing this. Even though it's Easy Weed, you got to try to find where it's cut a little bit and pull it up from there, and it really helps out a lot. As you can tell, I did screw it up a little bit there, but I was able to save it. So I think we're going to be good there. All right, and then we're going to start up here. And this stuff is sticky. And I'm going to try to go around and get the groom part out of it. And there we go there. There's the M. And then we're going to start pulling it down. Try to leave the bow ties attached. And see, some of this stuff is so small, and it's amazing how the cutter does such a good job of getting this. So, got that part done. Now we got to get this bottom piece. Right here. I'll just tear that little piece off. That way, this easy weed makes it a whole lot easier to do this. Now, that is done and ready to be pressed. I've got the heat press heating up right now. I'm going to cut this a little bit. Oh, no, it's not. I got the O. So let me make sure right there and right there. And we'll get those up. All right. So now we got that. Let me cut this. And again, I told you, it's a little tedious. It really is. And not something I would normally do to make shirts. But I just thought this was the best option for these shirts. One, because it's a single color, and I could make it a little bit bigger with vinyl. I forgot the R. Let me get this. Where's the R cut out? Right there. All right. Now we're good to go. We're going to press it on a shirt as soon as the heat press. And there is what it's going to look like once it gets on the shirt. I'll be back in just a second. We're going to press this, and it only takes 12 seconds, which is nice because with DTF, I have to print it off, then I have to put adhesive on it. That takes 2 minutes. Then I got to press it. That takes another 30 seconds. So both of them are tedious, but the DTF is a little easier for bigger orders. So, but we're going to press this and see how it turns out. All right, so I'm here at the heat press, and we're going to get the moisture out. So we're going to press it for 4 seconds, and that will also give us a flat surface before we put the HTV decal, print, whatever you want to call it on. So it's going to do that. And we've got this set at 300 degrees, and we're going to press it for 10 seconds. So here we go. I'm going to put this on. And I always just eyeball this. I've done it enough. So we should be good here. Right there is good. All right. And we're going to put a Teflon sheet on it. And we're going to do this for 10 seconds. And this is a hot peel. So as soon as the 10 seconds are up, we're going to peel this. Then I'm going to use a finishing sheet. And I've never seen them do that for vinyl print, but I think it will work a little bit better and make the shirt last longer and put the vinyl in the shirt a little bit better to reduce any wear and tear on the shirt. And that came off absolutely perfect. I'm throwing that over here. So now we can see the shirt, guys. Absolutely looks great. I mean, that is great quality. You can stretch it. It is good. We are good to go here. So let me let it cool for a little bit. That's good. A little bit, few seconds. All right, then I'm going to put this finishing sheet on it, and it will make the vinyl just go into the shirt a little bit more and make it last longer. And we're going to do that for about 10 seconds as well. This is just an extra step that I like to do because it makes the prints last longer. There we go. Take this off. And guys, we've got a great vinyl shirt. Great vinyl shirt. It's a little tedious. The weeding aspect of it's a little tedious, but the printing of it and the peeling of it is extremely easy. So, you know, some parts of it are tedious, but some parts are really easy, and you end up with a great shirt. Guys, that is hot. I don't want to get too close to it. Have a great evening, great day, whenever it is you're watching this. And remember, to always dream big, pray hard, and never quit.